What is Adventures with Purpose? What is it? Is it a volunteer dive rescue group? Are they an entertainment company? Are they a production company? Are they none of the above and a volunteer group only? I ask this of you, everyone out there who has watched any of their content over the last 2.5 years, since they started making videos searching and helping search for lost loved ones who perished in an accident or at their own hands in a body of water. I ask of you, what is Adventures with Purpose? Because according to the federal government, they are one thing. To the state of Oregon, they are another thing. On TikTok, they are something else, and they're completely something else on YouTube. I think the message is a little wish-washy at best. But what is Adventures with Purpose? To a lot of people who have watched their content over the course of the last 2.5 years, Adventures with Purpose is a volunteer dive rescue group that goes out and helps bring closure to families who have lost a loved one who have perished in a body of water somewhere. But what are they really? Is there anything unique, original about the group? Is there something that they do that no one else does? Because the question has been posed to me multiple times since I made the very first video about Jared Lasik and the criminal charges that he is facing out of the state of Utah. Why do you have to burn the entire house down because of one bad apple? Why do you have to sink the entire thing? It is so irresponsible of you to tear the entire thing down over one bad apple. I reply the same way every time somebody says it. The number one person who is enriching themselves from the content that is made is Jared Lasik. He is enriching himself and his wife while paying a very minimum amount to everyone else who does the work. He owns the equipment and everything else and says, I have overhead. But all this other money, the millions of dollars that he garnered for himself and took in for himself, he could not pay a living wage to the rest of them. That's the absolute truth. You can't boil it down any lower than that. He enriches himself from the content. The rest of them, well, he calls them volunteers. Because if you call them volunteers, you don't even really have to pay them, do you? And we already know about the stories where he refused to give them even gas money to get from point A to point B. But a lot of people, again, back to why do you have to tear the entire thing down because of the one bad apple? Ladies and gentlemen, every single member who resigned from Adventures with Purpose is doing the same work that they were with AWP. Doug Bishop, Nick Rinn, Josh Cantu, those three in particular, they're all doing the same thing because it's inside their heart. They are called to do this. They are called to actually give back and to help people. And they've never missed a beat since they all resigned. Why is it that you think that we're tearing the entire thing down and that the whole thing is spoiled? What am I supposed to say to the families of the missing loved ones? Pick up the phone and call one of the other 157 groups in America that do the same exact thing. What? 157? 157. The oldest one established in 1940. 157. They're all over the United States. They travel, they dive, they do land searches, they do mountain searches, they do ocean searches, they do searches everywhere. There are 157 of them across the United States. Just because Jared had the idea to post his content and what they were doing on YouTube to make money from it to enrich himself doesn't mean that he's the only one doing it. And a lot of these families that they have been able to help, they've cherry-picked which cases they do and which cases they don't. And you'll never guess what is the overwhelming majority reason why he picks them. It's money. Money, 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 money. Maybe we could do a live stream where we could get some donations for our travel expenses. How many times do you think we should mention it in a live stream that we need donations? We need to come up with a reason why we need the donations. Maybe it's to buy brand new tires for our RV that were replaced 2 months prior. We could tell them we need new tires. I mean, I could use the hundreds of thousands of dollars I have in the bank, but we need to come up with a better way. I know. We'll ask for donations 23 times. We'll pitch our merchandise in front of people, and in the live stream, in the comment section, we will, during the live, we will actually ask and post PayPal links, Cash App links, links to where people can give us money right now, today. That's what we'll do. Yeah, I think we can make it to Iowa or Wyoming or Utah to help on one of those those cases of the missing person right after we get this money from Kylie Rodney's family for the reward. Yeah, because that's who we are. So, what is Adventures with Purpose? It is a greedy sex offender who is willing to do anything to enrich himself and evade the actual prosecution for what he has done and the lives that he has destroyed. That is Adventures with Purpose. The rest of the group is not that. They've never been defined by Adventures with Purpose. They are defined by a higher calling to do the next right thing.